and they close the lid of the dams. They close the lid of the dams. Eventually these dams will fill up. But if you cut off the water of a river that flows continuously, when you give it away in an instant, it will flood and there will be no meaning to the flow.
I'll affect agriculture.
He's going to hurt himself because he's...
Friends, he gave the Indus-Anus Waters Agreement, as you know. This is an agreement signed in 1960. There is not only one branch, you can see behind me. The Indus is divided into 1, 2, 3 different branches. They are also divided into branches in their own business. The point that Mr. Meat pointed out here is important. It both closes the valve, and tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, it may open the valve at such a moment that it will be wiped out. Maybe animals will perish, agricultural lands will be badly affected. Now there was a table comparing the armies of the two countries. Mr.
You'll come
Meat,
again,
let me ask
you'll
you
always
about
trouble me.
Yes, Mr. Meat. I will invite you to the moon, inspired by Mr. Gungur. Can Mr. Gungur get up too? Mr. Gungur can get up with him. Mr. Meat, we talked to you that day as well. Actually, we asked artificial intelligence today, what do we know about our cooperation in the defense industry? What has Turkey given to Pakistan?
Artificial intelligence.
What have we received from Pakistan? I will ask you that too. Here are the answers given by artificial intelligence as graphics.
You did it wrong.
Let's start with
the
him
artificial
first.
intelligence misjudged it. Are you getting angry?
Artificial intelligence
I'm getting
will
angry.
know better than you.
What's he doing in AI? Report the whole thing. Let me put it this way. Normally, defense cooperation agreements do not appear in useful figures unless some of the goods sold are not disclosed by both countries.
Yes.
Since he can't see there, his artificial intelligence can't give you that data. That's why I said that. Otherwise, the martyr is looking for all written on the internet. But if you train artificial intelligence, it says very different things. So now asking questions is different. Asking straight questions is different. Asking questions by training artificial intelligence is different. Let me get out of there. Let me come to the subject I know. For example, I asked questions by training artificial intelligence, and here are the answers I got. For example, you too, then it will come soon. The subject is different. Another topic? Okay. Pakistan, the topic is India-Pakistan wars.
Let's look at them in a moment. Now let's continue with this. I've been saying from the beginning...
I have been saying from the beginning that the comparison is not correct. We have seen it. Quality is important. Quality is important. The detail of the weapon systems you use is important. The state of combat readiness is important. How much of it you can actually put on a battlefield, how much of the element you take out on the battlefield really use a person. Command echelon, communication, logistics, and your opponent. Comparing what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. That it makes no sense to say that he has 2,537 tanks and she has 3,740 tanks.
He wants Izmir from Ataturk. Ataturk says that you cannot take Izmir with 400,000 people, but I will come with 4,000 people and occupy Rome. And the thing is, the discussion is over, so he's saying this is about Solon. Yes, with Solon, yes. Well.
You say qualification. That's where it comes from, of course, qualification. So we always know this because it's really like this on paper. Who is the largest current military power in the Middle East? If you look at the weapon system in the inventory of Saudi Arabia, there is no one with more airplanes than it. All the airplanes in the world are there. What he gets from whichever country he buys from last time, if you remember, there were $600 billion worth of arms orders. Is there such an inventory? There is no such inventory. The issue is how many people and who flies the planes. And how many of them can you use correctly at the time of the campaign, at the time of any battle? I said it on the first day, and I will continue to say the same thing. This mistake was also made in the Russian-Ukrainian war. On paper, the majority of the Greek army is Pakistani, and even hires brigade-level men, rents of Pakistan army, and makes them secure the borders of certain areas. Shall we go? Now forget about each and every one of them. None of this makes any sense. Burn the top, and the nuclear warhead, I multiply. Why do I multiply? Because two equal forces cannot win a nuclear war. He threw it early, so there is no meaning, so the winner of this war will not be nuclear. You can't do it by looking at this calculation in the convolutional...
And there's also a parenthesis in nuclear, right? So in the end, when we talk about border countries, as soon as he throws it, he will also
Now that you came to the plane at the beginning, why don't you go back to the plane?
First...
Did you find the C-on-C with the Raphael plane that you didn't put...
So maybe we didn't make it. We're supposed to tell you.
Then come to the airplane. Come on, put the airplanes in.
Let's go to the airplanes.
I could not believe your performance. Such a good team, such a hard-working team, that you missed two main fighter jets. I'm sorry, frankly.
Those planes weren't put there because they don't carry nuclear warheads.
Come on, friends.
Al Jazeera was the source, by the way.
Now, let me put it this way. Now they put it in. They put Raphael in C-on-C. Yes, you took back all your promises. No, there was no sure they are working well.
Yes, they were blocked from our source. They were asleep this election salon.
India had two of the most powerful airplanes active, and when India's name was mentioned, the Raphael plane came to the fore because the new plane it just bought is a new generation plane. It has Ayasa radars. It has Meteor missiles. And for the other side, it's a condescending. There are C-on-C airplanes. There was talk that there are 6 airplanes from China. What's happened now? We say, or do we say that the devil is in the details and now the battlefield is actually hidden in the technique? When you look at the name, you said airplane, didn't you? Where do you come from the airplane? From that airplane. This time we came to the airplane itself in terms of quality, didn't we? Let's put it this way. India cannot fly about 450 of those airplanes you mentioned. Did you turn it off? How many of the rest have what potential? We still think that airplanes take off and chase each other. They are dogfighting. There is no such war. The planes that are currently shooting each other down shot each other down from 200 kilometers away. I mean, what do you understand when I say 200 kilometers? You're in Istanbul. I don't think it'll be Bolu. A missile fired from here could hit an airplane over Bolu. Then where did we come to two important things? We came to the planes. The capacity of the radars that will detect on the radars we've come to. This capacity. And when you fire it, the capacity of your long-range air-to-air missile will determine the fate of the war. What are we talking about in this? We are constantly saying that the F-10-6 free project is very important for us. Why we said, because that's exactly why we said the F-6 free project. The only project that can protect Turkey at long range in the event of a war, God forbid. Because he doesn't give you planes, he doesn't give you airplanes, he doesn't give you other things. You put on the new radar that 8 countries of the world have built, and here's the radar that was used in these 2 wars. You're putting yourself in the airplane's position. Look, I'm not even talking about F-6, because the Americans have not given them anything recently under this F-on. They didn't give us advanced radars. They remained an older version. Yes, you have a good airplane, but there's a missile with a longer range than you. I even gave examples like this. When you look, Egypt also has F-6, right?
Yes, it is.
But the F-6 in Egypt, no long-range missile launch capability. Why? That the F-on gold it gave to Egypt will not allow it to shoot down an Israeli plane. Do you know which software is not available in any other country? They're in Iraq. There's a F-6 in Iraq, but there's a F-6 on it. No capability to launch long-range air-to-air missiles.
It only gives it to Israel without restrictions, right, America?
Yeah. We don't have any restrictions either. We don't have any restrictions either, but our planes have not been upgraded. In this sense, the F-10 cover-up project is the pride of Turkey. Salsa is a very important project that TUSASH and other authorities have made contributions to the contributions made by TUSASH and other officials in the war. What is the quality?